What is up, everybody? RexEncholada here, and the reason you are listening to my voice right now is because Zabza is celebrating his 1-year anniversary. And if you did not know, Mr. of the Water is a very nice guy, and he decided that for his 1-year anniversary that he's going to give back to the community. And so he let everyone who he's met in the past year, he's let them all upload something to his channel, a video of some sort to his channel, to kind of just give them exposure. And that's real cool because, you know, he does have a decent amount of subs, and I think it's nice that when people get in a position to help people that they do. And anyway, the reason I'm on PO right now is because he has a NU battle, which is going to be after this. It is already narrated and everything. I'm just gonna attach it to the end of this video. But it wasn't the best battle that he could have had, and he was kind of beating himself up over that. So I was like, okay, what I can do, I'll just get a quick PO live battle, like an OU battle, and then that way it can just show everyone how I battle and what I think, and then also hopefully the two battles will equal one good one, hopefully like 1.5, because the battle he's talking about wasn't that bad. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, it was like an 8.5. So I mean, it's not bad, but it's not a 10 out of 10. And you know, he loves to have the good quality and the good content. So I just figured I'd help him out a little bit. We're just gonna look for a quick OU battle. Those are possible unless I get stall. Now if I was playing UU, a quick battle would be hard to find. But we do have a battle, and I did edit my PO a little bit, so that's why it looks probably different than yours. But yeah, I'm using the new battle window just because it looks better. So I mean, yeah, not really a big deal. And this team is terrible. So let me pause and get a different one. Okay, so we have a semi-decent rain team. I don't want to. Everything is OU, so that's good. This is like 3 battles later. I just found battles and they were bad people, and I didn't want to have a bad battle on screen captured for a celebration type deal. But anyway, as I said before, never mind, I didn't say that before. But yeah, this is a weatherless team, so Polytoad is a threat. But what I'm going to do here is lead with Rotom Wash, and then hopefully he'll lead with his Polytoad. Okay, he leads with his Jolteon. Now I'm kind of expecting this man to just Volt Switch out, so I kind of just want to do the same, but he could be like sub agility. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna Volt Switch. I don't care. Yeah, see, I got it, and that's Specs. That's too much damage to not be Specs. So what does he want to go into? Probably Vaporeon to take the water move, or Toxicroak. Hopefully D9 so I can break his multi-skill right here, and then come in with Mamoswine. But that probably won't happen. Okay, as I said, Vaporeon to take the water move. And that is not especially defensive at all. So I'm just going to go out to zone here. And then I'm going to just double to Lando on his switch to Jolteon. Hopefully that's what happens. Or did he? No, he just stayed in and rested. Okay. Well, I can just EQ because he really has nothing that wants to take it except not Polytoad, D-Knight. He's just gonna go to his Polytoad and make it rain in this volcano. I don't think that's safe. It could be actually. I don't know. But now I'm just gonna go to Rotom. And he's probably gonna go to D-Knight. No, he just Scalds. Alright, so Scald means he's defensive. And here I'm just going to Pain Split as he goes into Vaporeon, which is sleeping, so that's good. Now I can get all the way back up to full. And lefties, I am legitimately at full. And is he awake now? Nah, he's not awake yet. So I'm just gonna Volt Switch out. And unfortunately, I don't have weather, so I can't get rid of it. So he will wake up at the end of this turn because hydration. Hopefully he's not. Oh, okay, he was awake. Wow, I did not even know it. Let's see. I'm just gonna fire off a Psyshock, and he's probably just gonna let this die. Yeah. See what he goes to. Probably Toxicroak to try to Sucker Punch. Let's see. Yeah, he does go out to Toxicroak. Indeedy. But I have the Landorus. He could be real and Ice Punch here, which I would highly recommend him doing. No, he just does Sucker Punch. And here's a play I can make. I could AP Ice predicting the D-Knight to come in on the Earthquake, or I could just U-turn, be the safe play, but I want to be real, so I'm going to go for HP Ice. And he stays in, so he has Substitute. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm just going to go to Zone, see if he has the Ice Punch. And he just goes straight for a Drain Punch, which I guess makes sense. I don't understand why he didn't go to D-Knight, but whatever. Now I'm just going to Volt Switch out, break the sub, and I have, what can I go to? I have Landorus. And I'm just going to EQ now, because if he does bring in Dragon Knight, I can just go to Mammo and just Ice Shard twice. So, okay, he just Sucker Punches for the damage. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I mean, it's not like he had a Dragon Knight just chilling or anything. Pirate of the Bells, that's this man's name. Okay, Tentacruel. I don't understand that switch at all. But, I don't really need Lando, because he doesn't have any more physical tactics. But he does have the Jolteon, and I want to keep this for that. So I'm just going to go to Rotom. And then I'm going to Hydro, predicting him to switch to Jolteon. Even though he hasn't really been predicting. But, you know, you never know. It's never too late to start. Yeah, see? He does not even predicting. Not even predicting. Whatever. Now I'm just going to Volt Switch. As he just gets up all of his Toxic Spikes, despite my team full of immunities to them. But I guess my Mammo is not immune, and that's what he really wants to hit. So I'm just going to go to Latias. And then from here I can just Psyshock. And then this will be the end of the game, because Jolteon, if it can't switch into a Psyshock. And then unless it is Specs, I remember it being Specs. Yeah, that did way too much. I'm pretty sure this outspeeds me. And if it's Specs, it has HP Ice, so I'm just gonna go out to Zone. And then just fodder it off here. Yeah. And now I can go to Lando. Wait, I'm pretty sure I don't outspeed that. Yeah, that would have been a bad play. I'm just gonna go to Rotom. And I can just Volt Switch here, because I don't have Rocks up, so he can't switch out, and I don't think he's gonna want to stay in. Then again, I could just Hydro. No, I'm Volt Switching. Ah, not bad. He got me. He got me. Too bad it doesn't affect anything, because that hidden power literally did nothing. So I'm just gonna keep Volt Switching until he switches, which is now. So I got him. And now I can go out to Mammo. And I think Ice Shard kills. I don't know. It could not kill. But it doesn't matter, because I do have a Scarf Landorus with HP Ice if it doesn't. So I'm just gonna Ice Shard. And he could go out to Politoed if he wants. But I have the Rotom. So he goes out to Tentacruel. Yeah, that was a predictable switch. But I'm not trying to play too predictable, because I have been, not trying to predict too much, because I have been predicting. So he's probably going to go for like a Toxic here. Okay, Scald. So he doesn't carry Scald and Toxic, just Scald. Alright, that's good to know for the future, I guess. Now I'm just going to Psyshock. Hopefully he switches that back out to Jolteon or D-Knight. Okay, Politoed gets 2-hit KO'd. Yeah. And he has a lefties, so yeah, there's no way he's gonna outspeed me. So that's good knowledge, even though I already knew that, but still good knowledge. Now he can go out to this, and I don't need Latias, so I'm just gonna recover just in case he wants to go for a T-Volt or a Volt Switch. Yep, he does go for the Volt Switch. I do get the prediction correct, because I figured he wouldn't go again for it. And I'm just gonna recover. I don't see Lefty, so he could very well be Scarf. But in any case, I am just going to Draco. Alright, get rid of the D-Knight. So he now has left the Jolteon, the Tentacruel, and the Politoed. HP Ice is coming my way. So, Scizor. Because he's not going to not go for the HP Ice. Yeah. And I'm just going to U-turn. As he no, he just stays in. Okay. He played his Jolteon quite badly, IMO, and he says GG, and that is the game. And now onto the Wi-Fi battle. So yeah, hopefully that wasn't too tedious to watch or anything. But yeah, I will see you guys in a few moments with the Wi-Fi battle. Well, I won't see you, but I'll talk to you guys in a few moments with the Wi-Fi battle. So looking at the team preview real quick, we can see that The threats on Zabuza's side of the field are the Charizard, and since he has the Armaldo, he needs to make sure that he can keep that healthy to keep the rocks from being set up or spinning them away. And it's luckily for him, his spinner, which is Armaldo, is strong, and his opponent's spin blocker is Haunter, which means that it should be able to muscle through that with very little difficulties. But the threats on the opponent's side of the field are the Seismitoad, because it can set up rocks, and the Sock, because it can just punch holes in the team if it's Bandit, and if it's Scarf it can still punch holes, but just not as big. So let's just get straight into the battle. So Zabuza is going to opt to lead with his Eugene, his Mr. Krabs, his Kingler. And that's kind of a bad play just turn 1, because the only logical lead would be the Seismitoad, which Kingler cannot break down, or the Electros to Volt Switch out. So now he is going to be forced to switch out and go into his Armaldo, which means that it takes unnecessary damage. And Sock is now in here, and Sock is a huge threat to Zabuza's team just because the only thing he has for it is really Tangela, and after a few ice punches it will get worn down easily to the point where pretty much it can just it can't wall it as effectively as normally. So after his Tangela takes the ice punch, he's going to switch out into his Eugene and just set up an agility here, and pretty much he's just going to go for game, and he's going to set up the agility, try to get a mini sweep going on, and he's going to go for the Crab Hammer, hit the Electros, and the HP bar is going, but it barely lives. Like, it lives on a sliver, and he just finishes off Eugene with the Volt Switch. And that's kind of bad, because this Kingler was quite important to Zabuza's team, because it can hit a lot of stuff hard to pave the way for the Charizard to come in and just Fire Blast on everything. So he brings in his Tangela on the Seismitoad switch in, and then his opponent is going to go out to the Executor, which Tangela cannot touch outside from HP Ice. And from the way he switches out, I don't know why he didn't just go for the HP Ice, but it's fine because he goes out into his Skuntank, and he can just set up a sub on his opponent's Leech Seed. And now that it has been confirmed that he is the Citrus Berry set, he cannot touch the Skuntank, and it is going to have to switch out. And so on the switch, Zabuza goes for the Home Claws, and taking out that fingernail file and just setting up. And now he's at a pretty good position. He's behind a sub. He's at +1. This Seismitoad is just chilling and can't really effectively take it down because it can't outspeed, and even if it does take out the sub, it dies to the next hit. So that's kind of good. Zabuza's already on the way to wearing down his Rock Setter and just pretty much just taking it out 100%. So here Zabuza is just going to sub up, predicting the switch or scouting, I don't know which one, but most likely predicting a switch, and his opponent is going to stay in and just go for another Earth Power and break the sub immediately. So now Zabuza is going to just go for a Sucker Punch because the opponent stayed in. Why would he not stay in again? Maybe he just wants to break the subs. And he goes out to his Electros, and here Zabuza makes a crucial misplay because 98% of Electroses are choiced in some way. They're either Scarf or they're Spec. So what he should have just done is just went straight for the Sucker Punch. And then on the off chance that it was the Coil one, he could have just kept Sucker Punching because it was going to have to attack him eventually. But since he does not do that, he is going to be taken down to a amount of health where this Haunter can come in and just easily revenge kill it. But first, he's going to trick it to Choice Scarf and pretty much make him lock himself into Poison Jab, which, thanks to the lefties that the Haunter just acquired a turn ago, is going to be able to live and finish off the Skuntank with an HP ground. So Skuntank goes down, and this kind of puts Zabuza in a bad position because the thing that took on his Rock Setter the most effectively is now down. And so, I mean, Charizard, he's going to have to make sure that he can spin, and Charizard will be able to come back in freely. But Haunter just, as he brings in his Electros, Haunter hits it with a Shadow Ball, and then Electros hits him with an HP, I'm assuming to be Ice. Then his opponent brings in his Sock and just goes for an Earthquake, and because of the Mold Breaker ability, which Zabuza forgot about, it is going to be taken out. And that's kind of sad because now Zabuza is just down, and it's not looking too good for our friend here. Anyway, he's just going to bring in the Tangela, go for a Giga Drain. His opponent switches into his Executor, and now he essentially gets a free sub because Tangela can't really touch it outside of Hidden Power Ice, which we don't know if that Tangela has yet. So anyway, he's just going to go into his Armaldo on the Executor sub. He's going to take this opportunity to just rapid spin away these rocks so that his Charizard can come in and just start to terrorize things with that all-powerful Fire Blast. So after taking the Psychic, he's just going to spin away the hazards, and then on the very next turn, he is just going to fight off his Armando, which means that if he wants Charizard to come in unscathed, he needs to get rid of that Seismitoad now, and by now I mean this turn. So he's just going to bring in his Tangela, and it turns out that he does indeed have the HP Ice, because he's going to go for a hair, and is going to break this, this Executory sub. And here he plays conservatively, but if he would have played a little more aggressive and just went straight for the Giga Drain predicting the Seismitoad, his Charizard could have came in, but he goes straight for the HP Ice, and because of that, the rocks are going to be set up. And now that his spinner's gone, he doesn't really need to worry about his Seismitoad. His opponent doesn't need to worry about keeping his Seismitoad, so he is just going to leave it in, set up the rocks, and take a Giga Drain to the face. And now he can bring in his Electros and kill it off with a Flamethrower. So we're just going to be saying goodbye to Tangela. Nope, lives on 1 HP because Tangela is bulky or something. I don't know. But I'd love to see things live on 1 HP. It's just so epic. But now he can just bring in his Skuntank and Pursuit Trap it in a way, but he doesn't go for the Pursuit. He just goes for the Crunch because he outspeeds. And, you know, Charizard comes in, goes for a Fire Blast, Skuntank lives it, and that is going to be the game. Due to it already being at half, it's just going to die to a Crunch, and X Legacy goes down. So, yeah, that is the game. I thank you all for watching. Thank you for watching the PO Live battle, if you did, and thanks for Zabza for giving me this chance. And it's kind of been a long time, so I'm going to say goodbye and see you all guys later. Peace, deuces.